Previously on Friends and Rivals.
Finally did something first. We got the first one.
We did it first! Woo!
Welcome to Friends and Rivals, a Universes podcast. The only podcast that has more technical difficulties today than they've had revivals. Oh my god. I was gonna say with more monitors than revivals, but that's not true anymore because mine broke. We're working on half a monitor today. I'm your host, very active Jacob Masor. I am joined by Zachary Cahards and Josh Moore. How are you fellas doing today? I hope you're having not as many technical difficulties as I am.
Nope.
I had a great day. Work was pretty good. I took a nap, had dinner.
Oh shoot!
Best part of work day is when you take a nap at work. It's great.
Someone delivered Reese's Love Cups to me.
Was it Harley?
Not a paid advertisement.
Was it Harley?
Is it your roommate?
It is, in fact.
Andrew Holder's claiming the gift though. You can't see it right now, but we're drinking Liquid Death. Bury it alive.
Josh, what about you?
Mine is pretty good. Mostly I've been playing Grand Blue Fantasy Relink since that came out while we were down in Florida. I'm getting caught up on that. Played some of that during my work day because I was just waiting for people to get stuff done so I could do some other stuff. I also bought some Liquid Death. I don't have it with me right now, but I got the melon, and it is the best flavor. You can fight me.
Hey man, I really like lime. I'm just saying, I really dig the lime.
All right, I will bring a melon for you on Thursday.
I'm gonna have to try this stuff one day, like on a weekend.
He's gonna die.
What? Why on a weekend?
Because if it is like meant to keep you awake, then
I do not believe it's meant to keep you awake.
No, it's not.
Oh, I thought it was like an energy drink thing.
Nope, it's carbonated water.
It's trying to murder your thirst.
Water. It is fancy seltzer water. That's all it is.
Never mind, then I don't care. I don't like seltzer water.
Yeah.
Yeah, figured.
I thought it was like an energy drink of some kind.
I think there's one that is. There is one that's, I think, like caffeinated. But I might be making that up.
That sounds
cool.
correct.
Yeah. You're right. Yep, that's me.
Yeah, we already know that. We already knew that, Andrew. No taste that.
Okay, Jacob, you want to kick us off? Tell the people what we're talking about tonight.
Yeah, man. All right. Yu Yu Hakusho releases in just a couple weeks, and you know what's also happening in a couple weeks? The release event, the sealed event that if you get first place, you get to punch your ticket to the Wish Tournament, where you get one of 3 wishes if you win it. And let's be honest, there's only one wish of those Wish Tournament wishes, and it's become a character card.
Yep. What's the other prizes? It's like boxes of stuff or something. And
you get one of every product released this year, or you get to have a VIP Gen Con experience. So, there's one prize, and it's getting a character card. Also, what's up, Brody One? Thank you for the raid.
Thanks for that, Brody.
So we have a little prep course, basically going through like, hey man, this is what the sealed event is, and this is what mainly Zach thinks you should be doing in it.
No, that's not what this is. In fact,
yes, that is exactly what this is.
Did the work.
So. Did you make slides out of the text that I gave you, or just the images?
I reworked your text.
We're all going in blind, except for Jacob. That's what I've learned.
I had to rework it just so it could fit better on screen, and then it... Also, some of your syntax was weird.
No, let's move forward. Let's see how Jacob reworded the sentences I carefully crafted.
All right. Is this working? Did we continue? No, we did not. And boom! Dark Tournament sealed info.
Future Jacob here. At the time of our live Twitch stream, there was a little confusion of what was in the kits themselves. So, we're going to cut out all that discussion, and this is what actually you get in your sealed kit. You're going to get 6 booster packs in your sealed kit, and you'll be handed an Urameshi's Perseverance promo card. We'll use all these to build a 40 card minimum deck for this sealed event. The only characters that you can play in this event are the characters that you pull inside your kit. There's no extra characters, and you can't choose any character after you open all your packs. You have to choose the ones that are inside your packs. But not to worry, you don't have to worry about simple chaining or anything. You could play any card in your sealed pool with your selected character. Look for quality text in your 2 difficulty foundations. Games will last longer, so you don't really need to focus on your 1s and your 0s for your deck construction. You also don't really need to keep to that 40 card minimum. You can do a little bit more. I know Zach likes to do like the 41 to 43. I've been known to do up to like 50 or more. You're going to cycle your deck. Speaking of which, when you cycle in sealed, you're not cycling 10 cards, you're only cycling 5 cards when your deck runs out. So you might mill yourself out if you go to that minimum and you get to a really long game, you play a lot of foundations, or you go against a younger Toguro. So that 40 card minimum is a suggestion, especially if it looks like you're going to be fighting a bunch of younger Toguros. It might be better to do a little bit over that 40 card minimum. Also, it's a recommendation to play around 16 to 18 attacks. That, of course, will scale depending on how big your deck is. So if you're about that 45, 18 might be the more correct number, or even up to like 20. If you're playing a 5-hander, definitely you'll skew towards that higher side of that number. Speaking of which,
character
They
selection.
earned it.
All right, the following cards we're going to show you the character, we're going to show you their cards. These are cards that you should look out for in your sealed pool to kind of pull you towards this particular character. The focus will be mostly on cards outside of that character's kit, as they are less obvious. They're also generically good cards that any character will want to play. We'll cover those later on, and most of these will be common and uncommon, as rares and ultra rares will be generally good in most decks, but you'll see a few rares.
Yeah, so the idea that sort of I pitched to Jacob about this episode was not doing a sealed tier list or anything like that. The focus is more like, I don't know, I open my packs, I don't know what I want to play. Let me look at what's in my pool, and if I have a number of these cards, I might want to go play this character. So we're going to get into it as we go through them, but this is not like you always play this character if you have these cards. This is not necessarily like don't play this character if you don't have these cards. And as the slide here says, it's obvious that if you have a bunch of cards from a single character's kit, probably play that character, because their kits are all designed to work with them. This is cards that you might not otherwise get to play with in Constructed because they don't share a symbol, or you get some weird interactions where like an earth card and a fire card that don't overlap anywhere else for you to play them in the same deck, create a cool interaction, that sort of thing. This is where we kind of get to explore that idea. Or just like off-symboling stuff. If you're playing, I don't know, Huabara, and there's some like wild evil card that's really cool in him. That's a thing you get to look. That's a thing you get to look for in this format, right?
Cool bar trace size sounds fucked up.
It does sound messed up.
Hey, we're already way too late. It's fine.
And as a forewarning, we might have to split this into 2 episodes. There's a lot of slides we're going to go through. So if we don't get through all of it in a reasonable time, we might also be doing this next week.
Hey, man.
We
No.
got 2 weeks for this, anyways. We got 2 weeks before Sealed comes out.
All right. So I know what
Why
you're
are
thinking.
these not in? Why are these not in order?
They are in order, but not the order you think. They're in order by teams. So now we're going through Team Masho, and then we'll go to the rest of them. And I really hope Chris Miner isn't watching, because I'm going to mess names up, and he's going to get mad at me.
Yeah. So I guess we're gonna start with Jin.
The best character in the set. Right? Right?
Probably.
Makes sense. We'll check out. Free speed is free speed.
Free speed's free speed. So how do we want to do this? Do we want to say what the character does and then go to do stuff?
Yeah. Why don't?
Or do you want
Why
me to
don't I
like...
read the? I want
I was going to say, I'll just let you take the reins, and I'm going to mute myself for a minute.
Okay. So Jin, in case you're not familiar with Jin, he is a 6 hand size 27 health character. He has response, tenacious, mill 1 card. After an attack is played, it gets +2 or -2 speed. If you mill an attack this way, it gets +3 or -3 in speed instead. He also has response commit. After your rival plays an enhance ability on an attack, if that attack has less than its printed speed, cancel that enhance. He's part of Team Masho, which is going to look funny because there's a Team Toguro response card on the screen right now, but it's not for that part. So this character's whole idea in everything is he's going to give all of his moves a bunch of speed, and they're going to hit you because they're fast as hell, right? So how this is going to work is on screen, Jacob's going to have 2 cards at a time. Some of these characters have like 2 cards, some of them have 6. I think I tried to keep it relatively even numbers, but Josh, what do you think about Massive Blow in Jin?
So I see a couple things that I like on here for Jin, specifically right now. He's got a lot of damage. It's something he doesn't do. Stun is an extra speed, so really this gets to be like a 5, 6, or 7 high for 8, which is, hey, that's gonna be very good. He's never going to use that enhance. He might use that enhance. There's a lot of 7-handers in this set. There's like, I think there's 6 7-handers in this. So like, there's actually a good chance you get to use that enhance.
Yep.
Which might just help you just kill your opponent. Sometimes like, hey, it's a 6 high for 8 at the end of a string. It's got powerful 5. Like, hey, catch. It's for 20, right? Real easily.
Yeah, and even if you don't get to use the enhance on it, it's already got powerful 3.
Yeah.
So as a 5, 6, 7 speed move, sometimes you might slam this on an 8 or a 9 and be like, it's 8 speed, dump my momentum into it. Time to die.
Yeah, I think overall it'll be a lot. We'll probably see Jin's playing in. It does have a very. It also has a high block check that might be useful. It's not a great block, but that'll be fun. Like, since Jin is slowing things down, it might get to counteract that. It'll help at least make your blocks better. So generally, you can play a little bit worse blocks since you do speed control on him. It'll open up your pool of things that you'll want to use.
Yeah, I think we're going to notice a theme for Jin specifically. The cards that we're talking about either already have a boatload of damage or are a thing that gives a boatload of damage, leading into Takyo's Gamble. Sorry, I haven't watched the show. 3, potentially 6 damage on your fast move. That kills them.
Yeah. That's kind of what Sealed comes down to is you might be struggling to actually kill someone sometimes. Like if you don't have the nuts, and if you want to try and kill them without doing it on the crackback, you're going to have to find these other sources of damage. And there's a lot and as we're going to see going into the rest of these cards, there's actually a lot of damage pump in Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't remember there being much speed control or any kind of like ways to help block. There's a lot of like faith shields and wall clicking effects that are coming around, but there's not many ways to slow down your opponent's attacks.
You're looking at the biggest
yeah,
one
there's a
right
couple,
there.
but
Jin himself.
Yeah, but like as foundation for other characters to use, right?
Yeah, Jacob, do you want to go to the next Jin cards? Yep. In my opinion, These are just more big damage moves. Devastating Swing is like a 5 or 6 mid for 7 that might have stun 2. Finger Daggers is a 5 or 6 mid for 6 that draws you a card when it hits.
And they have decent block
Yeah,
mods.
on-
Plus 2 highs.
Yep.
Yep.
Finger Daggers is a 4 diff, so it's a really good poke card. Just to be like, hey, it's a 6 mid 6. If you want to block this, and if they do, then you can probably actually just go through with the rest of your turn anyways, and just trying to attack them because they had to block a 6 speed attack. Like,
yep,
it's a good opener.
And like Devastating Swing is one of the cards I was thinking of. Like, this is just not a card you'll ever get to play in Jin normally because it doesn't share a symbol with them, right? So it's a unique to sealed sort of thing where it's like, hey, I get to do this cool thing specifically because of the format we're in.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll see it as a 6 mid 7 more than outside of. I believe it's what a Bui card, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Where it'll be like, oh, this is this is like Bui enhance, or Bui form. It's for a lot. Normally, we're going to see it as a 6 mid 7, which is still very good stats for a 5.
Yep. Other stuff, Josh, you to give any thoughts on these?
I really like Beneath the Armor. It's going to be a very good tool to use throughout Sealed and just in general. Plus 2 - damage is nothing to like scoff at, especially it doesn't have that special text of less than, or can't be reduced to less than 1. So you might actually, if you have 2 of these on the board, you might be able to like cancel out some throws, or just find a way to kill someone. It's gonna be a very good way to actually get through to your opponent.
And it also just gives you more damage increase, but it also allows you to use Devastating Swing as well. It's enhanced.
Yeah.
Yep. Beneath the Armor probably should be on the list of just like pretty much always play this card, to be honest, but
I think it might be.
I thought it was particularly important for the Speedy Boy to get some damage foundations in his like look for this card, especially given that it's another Bui card that he would usually never get to play.
And leading into Borrowed Energy,
Borrowed
you're just using that
Yep.
discard momentum to give it X damage.
It also just flips for free momentum for more damage on your powerful attacks.
Yep.
Or EX if you need to like get in and attack. It doesn't even, your opponent doesn't even have to have more momentum than you. It just will work as long as they have 1. So if you've taken a hit, which will probably happen in Sealed more than likely, it'll just be automatically on.
True.
Yep. Yeah, I think these are all these are like good ideas to just do damage on your Speedy Boy. This one.
Moving on
This
to
character,
Toya.
though.
Toya.
So Toya, 7 hand size, 20 health character. Enhance, if you block this attack, your rival commits 1 foundation. Enhance once per turn. This attack gets plus X or minus X speed, where X is the number of committed foundations your rival has. So the idea behind this guy is on your turn, I'm going to enhance, I'm going to block your move, you're going to commit a thing. You can't keep attacking into me because if you do, you will not have any foundations left to block my moves. And once per turn, I get to send your speed to hell or pump my speed up to an insane number. Which brings us to my favorite reprint in the entire set. Josh, take it away.
Hey, Hate Fish is gonna be so fast in this character. Actually, if they try and kill you on their turn and you just block all of it, they're committed down. All of a sudden you're like, I'm gonna go back. It's coming back to me. They have 8 foundations committed. I go, hey, next thing I do gets double speed. All right, plus 8 speed. It's now a 17 low for 7.
Die.
Yeah. If you're against with Hate Fish in your Toya deck, if your rival goes to 7 or less health, they probably are dead. There's probably not much they're gonna say about it.
I am assuming Yusuke's Spirit
go ahead.
Wave is for Breaker.
Yusuke Spirit Wave is the only card with Breaker 2 in this entire set.
Is there any other breaker in this entire set, or is it just the only one with Breaker 2?
There are some Breaker 1s.
Okay.
This is the only Breaker 2.
Oh yeah, the Toguro attack has Breaker 1 on it, right? I think 80%
Yeah.
power does. Yeah.
Um,
So
But yeah,
one of our chatters just asked what is.
hold on. Well, I got
Desperation.
this.
It
I got
means-
this.
You got it. All right. King
Yeah.
of retro.
We'll talk about it once it comes up.
It's actually right there on Hatefish.
Is it on Hatefish? Where's? Oh, it is on Hate. Never mind. That's on my bad. All right. So desperation is a keyword. It says basically if you are at under half health, you unlock this ability, or you get a different difficulty of an attack, or in this case, your opponent gets to do things to you. Also cool. That's basically it. It basically says, are you under half health? Yes. Then you are in desperation. Did it.
Yep. It's a
Speaking of
deceptively
Breaker.
simple mechanic. Yeah, speaking of Breaker, this is not on this list for the Breaker, but
It's also rare.
It's
yeah,
also rare. So if you see it,
there's
right?
mostly commons and uncommons, you know.
Yeah.
If
put
you
some
see
rares
it,
in
you
every
might
once
play
in a
this
while.
card anyways. Like you're
I
probably
mean-
playing a lot of your rares you pull.
I'm not gonna lie. I will
Oh.
play this in every character I play in Sealed. Because it's just
I know
easier to
technically. I believe Ore Strike came back first. SC Library Girl. I believe that was revealed first for Desperation. Whatever they
Sword
do
Get
with
Longer was technically the first revealed with Desperation, but
I thought it had Safe, not Desperation.
it has both of those things.
Oh,
It's a
It's
4
Sword Get
diff. Anyway, Wind Barrier also has Breaker 1 in the Commit Your Rival Stuff character, but it also gives all of their moves -2 speed. So if they're gonna keep attacking you, you're gonna keep committing more of their things.
it's gotten so much easier now too. So
true.
And as we see here,
Oh.
Acrobatic Style, after stuff gets committed, because you blocked a thing, you now get one of your foundations back, which will make it harder for them to poke into you.
That's really good. That's
I
really
have
good,
not
this
built
character.
Aranasa yet.
Oh man, you can
Um,
just play that in order with this character too. That isn't like not even in Sealed.
Yeah, this is a constructed playable tactic, but you know it's not in Toya's kit, so it definitely falls into the definition that we were using for this sort of experiment or lesson.
Listen. Quick side note. I kind of
Yeah.
want to redo
What you
this,
got, bud?
but not live on Twitch. We'll talk about it later.
Okay. That's a secret technique for later.
We found so many cards that are good in Toya. I don't know where they all came from because I actually don't like this character. But
You notice none of these cards have his symbols on it for the most part.
Hey man, those each have one symbol that he shares with, but only
true.
one, and they're not the same one.
That's actually the funnier part is they don't share similar parts.
Childlike Appearance is a 2 difficulty 4 control +2 high block. Destroy, discard momentum, reduce this attack speed to 0. If blocked, commit 1 rival foundation. The 7-hander wants to block more things. He
yeah,
has,
man, if gimmick then thing, right? We're just doing the gimmick harder.
Hey man, I want to commit 2 of your things. As long as I have 1 momentum, I can commit 2 things on your turn. Like that's pretty good, and it's my choice. I like Showdown. I like half a Showdown.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And this Masho Concealment's just
Can't say that. Don't say it. I know what you're thinking.
what?
No, this card is actually just fucked up good if your character has Team Masho written on them.
Yeah.
It's not in Toya's kit, right? So we tried to put all of the
It's
team
on water
cards.
and Void.
It also has Void. This has 2 of Toya's symbols. But it's not part of his kit. It's part of someone else's
I
kit.
believe it's Rinku.
Yeah, man, sure.
No, it's
No, Jin.
I think it's Jin.
Was it revealed with Jin's kit? I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's
It's
If
like
that
a
number
50.
lines up for Jin.
Yeah.
sure does.
But
But yeah,
this character is just good. Or
that was a mistake.
that foundation is just good if you're, if your character has Team Masha on it.
That's
And
right.
it's not.
Yeah,
and,
carry on.
Yeah.
All right.
Being a 7-hander in this sealed is probably going to be fine because there's so many other 7-handers. It won't be if this is your second time doing sealed and your first time was set 6, it should feel very different because set 6 is filled with a lot of aggro characters on 6 hand size.
Very true. All right, I'm gonna take the reins on this next one. Okay, guys.
Is this your boy?
We got Chew. Chew, a 5 hand size. We love it. 32 health. Enhance. If your non-throw attack deals damage, commit and flip one run 5 foundation, except saving area. Ignore that one. Response. Before your rival's ready, step, draw X cards and discard down to your printed hand size. X equals the number of committed foundations in your rival's stage with a max of 5. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is sick. This is a great character. I get to play all my cards, and then I get to draw them back up. It's sick. Here's the problem. You only want to play him if you have this ultra rare. And I mean it. Only this ultra rare. Be the cringe, lead into the bit, and destroy your opponents. Okay, that's it.
I don't think this character is very good. But if you pull the thing, do the gimmick.
If you liked playing Deku 4 and sealed it during set 5, maybe you like playing Chew. They do
Maybe.
similar things, but without any extra stats.
But like I said, do the thing! Be the cringe! Anyway, so now we have Rinku. Another 7-hander.
Hey, it's Hate Fish again.
Hold on, I like this other card. I love this other card, actually. This is
By
my
the
favorite
way-
card from this set.
We switched to different teams. I don't know how
Yeah,
to
we
say
did.
that. How do you say
So we
that?
noticed.
Rokuyukai.
Rokuyukai? Okay. Double Fist of the World Flame is nuts, and you're going to see that card a lot.
Yeah. If you pull this card, you're playing this card.
Yep.
It almost made it to the just always play this card slide.
I'll have you know, if I pull this card, always hold a high block against me.
Yep. But first, let's talk about Rinku, the 7 hand size, 20 health character. Enhance. Your attack gets X speed. X equals the number of times you've played this enhanced this combat phase. So basically, it scales up for every attack. Your first attack, 1 speed. Second attack, 2 speed. Third attack, 3 speed. Etc., etc., etc. Everything's going to be fast. Response. At the start of your end phase, if your rival has committed a card in their stage this turn due to your effect, add the top card of your deck to your momentum. Spoiler alert, they're probably going to commit some stuff. You're going to get the momentum.
Yeah.
So the downside of these cards that we're currently showing is that they don't do that effect. But I'm sure the next slide will.
Well,
I guess we should talk about Double Fist, right? We've talked about Hate Fish before.
So Hate Fish is the exact same reason it was good in Toya. It just gets big, and if your opponent's at 7, they are dead. Double Fists, so sick. If you've gotten a momentum from your character on a previous turn, you get to play 2 3 high for 4s. They get plus X speed. And the second one gets you your momentum back.
Hey, it's a 4 high for 4 and then a 5 high for 4 that gets you an extra momentum.
Yeah, card is
It's pretty
very cool. Card's cool across the board. Card's very cool in this character.
But that's not all. We have the 1 check. The first ultra rare of the day. Night. Whatever.
This is second, to be fair.
Is it second? Did I miss one?
Chew doesn't count.
Chew doesn't count. That's just
Hey, if you pull
memes. Response. After you play an enhanced during this attack, your rival commits 1 non-character card to their stage. Hey man, what does our character want?
We want to make them commit things in their stage due to our effect.
Yeah, that's why we do this. Also,
This card's
it's mid 5 for 7. Sorry, mid 6 for 7. Sorry, we're later in the turn. Cool. Mid X billion for 7.
Maybe kill you
Yeah.
for 7, I hope.
Also, it's a plus 0 mid block.
This card's cool as hell.
The Ogre Killer is
Yeah.
our next one. It's got stun.
Ogre Killer has stun 2 on it. And if for some reason they have an asset, you get to commit that too. Their ultra rare Cape of No Return that's going to send your lethal attack to hell. Not anymore. Commit it.
Get out of here.
The low cost of flipping 1 foundation, which you probably may want flipped anyways.
Yeah.
That
Not
0
a
you build,
cost.
don't need it.
But now we're on foundations.
Hey, look,
Beneath the armor. Hey, look.
it's back.
We found
It's
it.
back. More flipping foundations for more damage in the character that gives a bunch of speed. Crazy. Also,
Hey, it's like him and Jen are the same person.
they're almost the same. But also just frightening calm to just destroy foundation to give the attack stun 1 to what? Do the bit. Make them commit.
Yeah, for our old players doing sealed now, I love snack time. Snack time is great. At the cost of a committed foundation, probably. I don't need it anymore. It's not doing anything on your turn. I'll just build a new one later.
Yeah, Calm,
We'll have
I actually
50
do think
foundations.
is also on the list of always play this card. And if it's not, that's probably my mistake. Frightening Calm is messed up. It's especially messed up in this character.
It's cool.
Destroy 1 foundation for a free momentum at the end of your turn. Very good.
So good.
Yeah, I think what I've seen a lot of is we have these like very good staple MHA cards that have kind of been split into 2, and I'm sure we'll see the other card that's been split into 2 things later on.
What? No
Both
way.
parts of that is on the always play this card.
Yeah, I'm saying we'll see it later, right?
All right, on to Team
We're
Tagoro
on to Team Tagoro.
with Bui.
Yeah. Do you want to read him, or do you want Josh to read him?
I'll read him. All right, cool.
Okay.
Bui is a 5-hand size, 36 health character. Love it. Also, he has the Earth symbol, which is great and not relevant to sealed. Enhance. Once per turn on your turn, destroy a ready face-up foundation to build the top 2 cards of your deck face down. 4. Commit. Your next attack this turn gets +X+X. X equals the number of your face-down foundations. In sealed, where you're gonna have a ton. Notice it doesn't say non-throw.
Yeah, this character is really good in sealed. I'm not convinced this character is very good in constructed, but in sealed he is so good.
Yes.
He also looks like Shredder. So I am biased because of how cool he looks.
Also,
Yeah.
it looks like somebody. This is like the Shredder meets Piccolo OC. Don't steal. Just because of the arms.
Well, we've seen what he looks like without the armor. It's the everything. It's the beneath the armor card. That's what he looks like. So we've seen him. It'll be. I'm not going to comment on constructed yet because we still have like time to do stuff before the Wish tournament. We still have to get through a couple sealeds.
True.
Where the Wish tournament will be where it matters, but we have a couple weeks for that.
Yeah, but the stuff that we think is good in Bui, Tornado Fist. This one has flash. You make it gigantic. They don't get to interact with it.
And then
It's a 12 high for 13 catch.
and then you get momentum.
Or to discard it from your card pool if you need to do that.
Yeah. I have a second
that's
attack.
fair.
I just want to do the second one.
Just want more momentum to play more double fists. More echo.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we have the Ojiki Plant Grasp, which is holy nonsense. A throw in Bui? What? Also, they have one or more cards in their card pool. It just gets 2 damage.
Yeah, it's
Something-
just like hopefully you play this like near the end of your string after they've blocked one thing. You make this like a 10 high for 14 throw or 10 mid for 14 throw. And they're just like, yeah, man, time to die. A card's very cool in this character. It's a Kurama character or Kurama card normally, right? So
Is there?
you would only get to play this on the water symbol. There's probably other stuff you could be doing, but yeah, card's really cool in him.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's that card again.
Hey, I question the point of this hate fish. This hate fish doesn't do anything. We don't do anything cool with this hate fish. I think I cooked a little bit too much on this one.
I think you made a PB and J.
Future Jacob here. Zach did cook a little too much on this one, but not to worry. We've got Bending Blade. Bending Blade is a super actual sick card to put in Bui, and honestly, you play it as your first attack because you haven't dealt damage this turn. You change the zone of this attack. Zone check your opponent. Kind of set it up if you have a really big throw or if you have something that's, just going to be massive, massive damage with his form. And say it can't be partially blocked. So make it a low if your next one's a low. Or also, just full out there, it also can be just a huge attack with Bui's form. So there you go. Don't worry, Zach. You're no longer got a PB&J. We have a nice chicken parm sandwich.
Arrogant fighter, though. Hey, this one's cool, right?
This one is very cool. This one gets me 2 foundations and I seal your defensive piece. In sealed, when you don't have many, that's very good.
Very good.
I don't know what we're doing with this mill one. This mill one just exists. I don't know what we're doing with it.
We're not using the enhanced. This is here to be destroyed by our character.
I know. I don't know what this mill one is for.
It's for that character that puts a card on top of your deck and you don't want it there. I don't know.
Okay, I can't confirm Hatefish was in the original slide.
By the way, if you were curious, were there any other cards for Bui? No, that was it. Now for the other part of Team Toguro, part 2, Elder Toguro. Josh, you read this one.
Hey, so Elder Toguro is a cool guy. He has a form that you do once per turn. You can discard a non-foundation card from your hand. You choose one attack in your discard pile, and you can try and play it as your next form this turn. This can be the card you discard. Why do you want to do it? If you just a bad attack, that you can replay the one you want to play from your hand, I guess. I don't know. Enhance, it switches attack speed and damage. If it's your rival's turn, destroy 1 foundation. So we have Spooky on each turn at the cost of 1 foundation on your opponent's turn, and then selective attacks that we can always have. If you happen to have assets or actions in your hand, you can find an extra attack to play on this hopefully kill you turn.
That enhances.
It's a very cool character. Lets you. It is not once. The Spooky is not once per turn. It is just any time. So if you want a good poke turn and you have a lot of damage on it, then just swap the stats no matter what. Who cares? It'll be for 4. Whatever. There's a lot of 7 hand-sized characters, so they're all 21 and under. A little bit of chip damage will go a long way in sealed.
And
yeah, so one thing I want to say,
Jin, they give a bit in Rinku, they give a billion speed and go, yeah, man, swap it. I'll destroy this foundation, block it.
Yeah.
Yep. One thing I want to say about this character before we start talking about the cards specifically is I was gonna fill this character's slide up with just all echo moves, but this is the only one not at rare or ultra rare. So Josh's favorite card is the one that I'm using to represent just every echo move you open. The ability to turn 1 attack into 2 attacks. Very good. Love it. We talked about Double Fist before. We probably don't need to hash it over here. It has echo.
It's very cool.
What do you think about Malefic Grenade in this character?
In this character, discard momentum, it gets 3 speed. As a repeated 7 mid, possibly 7 mid for 5. Or 5 mid for 7 could be very good. You just keep mid checking them, and if they don't hold the mid block, then you just keep getting them for half every time, which could still be a lot of damage, right? Just a 5 speed. If they do anything to the speed, you make it slower, or you just swap the stats so it's slow and blockable, but check to see if they have the actual block. Make them hold the mid block for it every time. This could be very cool. Make sure if you go double fist Malefic on a later turn, very good.
You could do Double Fist Malefic on turn 2 if you needed to.
Yeah.
Lose echo, get my momentum. Hey, it's a 7 mid for 5 that if you don't block it, I blow up one of your very few foundations. It also has a 0 low block.
Very
Yeah,
good.
that's
We
actually, I
love,
didn't even see that part,
love zero blocks.
especially in constructed. We always love zero blocks, always, but in sealed, it's even better.
Hey, look, there's Massive
I
Blow
haven't seen this one
again.
before. Um,
I love Massive Blow in this character. I think this is so cool because we're never getting the enhance off.
Yep.
We're not even going to read that part this time. But we play it, we swap it, and then we powerful it to the moon. Right? It's an 8 high for how many ever momentum we have.
however many double fists we've played.
quick little interjection there. You're gonna use the enhance no matter what.
Oh, in him,
yeah,
yes,
Yeah,
probably because
it does get your it does get your attacks in your deck, yes, or in your discard.
But everything else about this, solid. Enormous Axe, the
Yep.
foundation, the 3 diff +1 mid block. Love it. This sheet just says, "Hey man, I'm a free enhance on your opponent's turn, huh?"
Yep.
Yeah, you
I'm
get
gonna swap
to
it,
give your
replace it.
damage. Yeah, you can give your thing damage on your turn, on your opponent's turn. You get to spooky, replace itself. Really cool. 1 mid blocks are good.
Yep.
I think this is a really quality card for this character that, you have to be in constructed. You have to be playing death to get, but in
We're sealed,
obviously,
who
you just do it
cares?
No matter what.
Yeah, it's the Wild West of card games right now.
That's right. And then rounding it out, thinking on the fly and Toughest Punk in Junior High. Spoiler alert: Toughest Punk in Junior High is in on the just play it list.
Thinking on Fly seems
Probably.
very good. If you could give a thing 3 speed and they have no cards left in the hand, you can just spooky your next attack. All of a sudden, it has 3 more damage. Very good.
Yep. Yeah. Also a good block mod, but
block
you know
mods.
that this one, Elder Chiguro never gets to play in constructed, so sealed is the only time you get to do this cool ass thing. But I think it's a very cool ass thing to be doing in sealed. And Toughest Punk, if they have a slow thing, you flip it, reduce the damage by 3, take nothing or 1 or whatever. Like get wrecked nerd. Toughest Punk's very good. Like Jacob said, it's probably good in every character, but I think it's especially a standout here.
Get a wind barrier in your card pool from blocking the thing before. Flip the thing so it's spooky, so it's now for 3, and now just, hey, it's 3 less. Done.
Quick
String that
side
you
note.
can't normally do solved. Yeah.
Quick side note: I'm very sad I never got to use this in Nomu.
And that's for the rest.
Yeah, it's pretty
So
good.
that- I need it to not be in that magical Nomu zone.
Continue with Team Toguro.
It's Karasu.
Apparently that's not how you say his
Wait,
name.
is it Karasu? Karasu?
Karasu.
Karasu.
No,
That sounds racist. But
it sounded Spanish.
this is my favorite character in the set. 7 hand size, 20 health, static ability. We don't even have to be ready for this to happen. After you deal damage with an attack, any player with 6 or more foundations destroys 1 foundation. This doesn't apply to sealed, but if you're triple threading, all 3 of you destroy a foundation if you all have 6. Even the player who's not engaged in this combat, they're not safe from my terrorism.
Oh my god.
Enhance this attack, it's plus X damage. X equals the number of foundations destroyed this turn. Both characters. You thought Grenadier Bracers pumped out a lot of damage. This character pumps out a lot of damage.
No cost, free enhance, just damage.
Hey, quick sidebar.
I love this character. I think this character is super cool.
Are we using the T word?
I did already, so
Toguro? The word Toguro? Is that the team? Is that the T word?
No. I think Zach used it.
The UVS community has decided to, as a whole, use that word to describe this character. Except for monetization points, it'll take away from that.
Hey man, like I said, talk later.
Yeah.
Double Fist is here yet again. It's all the Echo moves. My character gives damage. Playing him twice, very cool. We both blow up foundations when my attack deals damage. Playing him twice, very cool.
Yep.
Hey man,
Or a
this-
slam.
it's a throw.
Row. Gives you a free foundation too. In case you end up dealing damage, you get it. If you're going to play another attack after this, you somehow go above 6 on the build. Then you get to resolve your statics in the correct way. All of a
No,
sudden,
no.
Am I wrong?
This
Am I
is
wrong?
when the attack is blocked, build the top of your deck committed.
Oh,
So it's blocked, you build one, it hits, you blow up your newly built committed foundation
Yeah.
for +1 damage to every future move.
yeah. That's what I was getting to. Is if you
Yeah.
if you get to build it, you get your free foundation to blow up for that turn.
Yeah.
I think Zach
Very
might be
cool card.
excited to play this character.
Man, I'm gonna do heinous things with this character.
Our locals are going to be awful for like 3 weeks.
Yep.
I'm not going to lie.
Wait, why is Aura Slam here twice?
Cause it's so
It's that
cool. 80% power.
80% power. Josh, thoughts on this card?
This card, very cool, and every deck you can play it in. You should absolutely play this card in all sealed events, probably, if you see it. Destroying one rival foundation, not your rival destroys one. Destroy one rival foundation, any of your choice. Get rid of that thing over there. I don't like it. They can have 2. I don't care anymore. You can have 2 back. That's fine. But your defensive thing is gone.
2 committed. They don't get to use them for
Oh,
defense.
you don't even get to use them. My bad. Yeah, get rid of those 2.
And if they have 7 or more, it gets +2/+2. And if they have 7 or more, this deals damage. We're gonna blow it up with Karasu.
Yeah.
They try and hide. They try and hide at 5, or they try and hide at 6.
Nah.
Then we're still getting it, right?
Yeah. This card's so good. It's so good.
I guess.
It
I
has
guess they can hide at 5.
For
Yeah,
some
they can,
reason.
if they try to hide at 5 foundations, then we get to give them 2 and blow 2 up overall. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. We don't get stats if they only stay at 5, but if they only stay at 5, you're probably winning the game anyway.
They're not blocking. Probably.
They might.
Speaking
Never
of
know.
80% power, we got the big boss himself, Younger Tagoro, 6 hand size, 32 health. Response once per turn. After your attack resolves, build it face down. Your rival builds the top card of their deck. Enhance. Your attack gets +X damage. X equals half the number of foundations in your stage, rounded down. Oh look, double fists.
I think the actual coolest thing is Spirit Slash in this list. Like, I love Double Fists. I didn't think I haven't run through some of these other cards. Spirit Slash in this is very cool because you get 2 foundations for building it down. Very cool idea.
It's very cool.
Looked real hard on this one.
This, you didn't make a PB&J. You made a grilled cheese. Good
As
job.
far as I know, this is the only character in the set that can trigger Spirit Slash. That's cool.
It's very cool.
And it's big. It's a 6 high for a lot, probably.
Probably.
The hard part will be having more face downs than your opponent because they might be just going 1 for 1.
No, you're gonna flip some of your stage.
Yeah.
They're gonna blow face downs up. Whatever. You're gonna figure it out.
That's
Yeah.
the real secret strat of Sealed in this Dark Tournament set is just managing your face downs, being the most. You could block.
Yeah, this
with
card's
it,
cool as
pitch
hell in
with
this
Jin.
character. I love it so much.
It's so cool. For those who are only listening and not reading, Spirit Slash is a static ability that says after this card leaves your card pool during the combat phase, you build the top card of your deck face down. So we resolve Spirit Slash, response once per turn, build it face down. Oh look, we get a free foundation. Neat. It's so cool.
Hell yeah. So
And then
good.
oh look,
And the card Brody's talking about is Lively Defense. Just to bring it up, it's if we're saying that if you discard Spirit Slash for Lively Defense, you commit, which has enhanced for commit, discard 1 card, plays a block from your card pool. This deck gets -2 speed. You can discard the Spirit Slash from your card pool after you've blocked with it, which it has a 0 high, by the way. So you get your free foundation and you get -2 speed.
that's sick.
Yeah. Pretty cool tactic.
Oh look, double fists.
Hey, cool card. Very good. Always
Very
play
cool.
it. Probably.
But now we have the
Hey,
throws.
it's throws.
Hey, there's throws here. There's nothing. They're just throws,
They're throws.
man. They're not. They're off symbol throws.
They're big. They'll be big throws to kill your opponent because it's sealed.
And Aura Slam to make more things, more things more powerful later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have to spend
Hey,
time
man,
on
you
this.
can please block this 3 min for a lot.
Oh, look, there's more.
Hey, these go together.
Yeah, I know. See what I did there? Protecting you, Gideon. Just the chat. Hey, shh. That's later.
Random Spirit Gun, very cool reprint. If you pull it, you probably want to play it. If your
character has a once per turn.
Yeah.
This
combo
character
part-
has a really good once per turn.
Yeah, it's a very good once per turn. We can talk about that in Constructed next week, but don't worry about it this week. The main part of Random Spirit Gun that everyone loves is that it lets you replay your once per turn specs. These are not your forms. I guess if it's your form is a once per turn, then you get to, unless it's a form commit. But in Younger Toguro, you do get to build this down and then play another thing and then build that one down. So you've gotten 2 foundations for playing 2 attacks, which is very good. If you can give it speed and damage, it's now a 7/7 with a lot of stats on it. It's also 1 mid.
Yeah.
It's also EX and powerful.
I think it's also an incredible momentum dump. It pairs really well with Human Hunter.
Hey, that's the next card.
I like Rando Spirit Gun, I think, is good at a lot of characters with once per turns. Most of the once per turns in this set are commit costs. So I think Younger Toguro probably is the best one to do it with, other than maybe Elder Toguro. And so that makes me like really attracted to Human Hunter in it, to make this like a 9 for a billion, right? Like your first move hit, you commit Human Hunter, you Rando Spirit Gun for their whole life total. Really cool. Jacob, any thoughts on these?
No, they're cool. That's it. Those are my thoughts. They're so cool. All right. So now we have Kuro from Team.
Ura Otogi.
Thank you.
Welcome.
There's no shot that. What did you just say?
Ura Otogi.
Okay.
Yeah, I
you
believe
say.
that.
Sure.
I'm so mentally exhausted from this or from today that my brain can't
Search
even
your
read.
deck.
Hold up.
Before the game begins. No, I'm trying to read. Don't tell me to
Just
hold up.
let Zach explain the character while you do whatever you're doing.
Okay.
Before the game begins, search your deck for a card with the word armor in its name. Add it to your momentum face up. Enhance once per turn. If your rival has played 2 or more copies of this attack this turn, it gets -5 damage. Enhance if you have a face-up copy of this attack in your momentum. This attack gets 1 speed, 2 damage. 6 hand size, 27 health character. The idea behind this guy is we're going to get his cards that say armor in the name. We're going to shove them into our momentum when the game starts. We're going to get some bonus stats. And if our opponent tries to echo us, we're going to send the echo to hell. There's a problem with this character.
Yes.
You don't play things that aren't his kit. So this exercise that we're going through is useless. The only cool tactic that I think this character gets to do with cards that are not in his kit has to do with the common, the Diving Phoenix Crash. You can't really read it here on the screen. Oh, there it is.
It's
If
like I
you
played
pull
this.
several Diving Phoenix Crushes and a shit ton of duplicate attacks, it doesn't matter what they are, you might play this character. If you pull a shit ton of this character's kit, you might play this character.
Yeah, like the downside of this character is that Amajiki just works without his kit, so you could play Amajiki in set 5, which is what a lot of the comparisons are to this character. Is like, oh, he's Yu Yu Hakusho Amajiki. He wants face up momentum. He wants to do stuff with them because they'll do things. He doesn't get the free momentum add-in, so doesn't do anything. You have to find like his attacks.
Yep.
I believe they're the only ones in the set that actually have that add to your momentum face up. I don't think there's any others, right?
That correct. The only way to get other stuff face up is with his common.
Yeah.
Because that adds anything face up. So if, like I said, if you get 17 copies of Hiei's common and like 4 diving Phoenix crushes, yeah, man, roll it. Why not?
These are the draft strategies. Unfortunately, we're talking about sealed.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I had if all of my packs had a single common in them, right? Like if for some reason the distribution worked out in such a way that I got 6 copies of Drunken Uppercut, I'd probably play him.
Yeah. You just get 6 copies of actually diving Phoenix Crush.
Yeah.
All right. Now on to Shishi Wakamaru. His other teammate. I said it. I was not confident.
Congratulations.
This
Good job.
7-hand size, 21 health character has form, commit, remove a momentum from the game. The next card you try to play this turn passes, no control check necessary. We love that ability. Enhance once per turn, add 1 card from your hand to your momentum. Also a cool ability. Now, I'm assuming that Double Fist of the Mortal Flame is here because it has Echo.
I don't know about the echo part. This gets 2 momentum.
You're right.
This Double Fist is here for the momentum ability.
That's right. You do that so you can play Shapeshift Dipkoi to a powerful 6. That is a high 6 for 10.
Work.
This is not terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, this character I think wants to do stuff with momentum strategies. Echo works for that. Powerful works for that. His kit obviously has like a 7 diff rare that you get to just like jam for free, and it has Echo, which is kind of cool. But looking at like outside of his kit, looking at outside of rares and ultra rares, the foundation we're looking at.
Yep, you got it.
Yeah, the foundation we're looking at is form, commit, draw 1 card, only playable if you've played an attack. We'll do literally anything to draw 1 card.
Yeah,
anything.
The team form is build one of his foundations. You know, if you have his cool cards in your kit that you want to build in, you get to do that.
This is here because you wanted to draw a card, isn't it, Zach?
It is.
Yeah.
We're a 6-hander with 21 health because we shove 1 into our momentum every turn. We got to draw some cards.
Fair.
We'll go down
All right.
1 foundation. That's fine. We need cards back. Yeah.
That's fine. Cool. All right. Moving on to someone else. Take this one.
I'll get the Clown Man. So Suzuki is a 6-hander with 27 health. His first dance will be discard 1 card, draw 1 card, and that's important for a later technique. It's already later. It's now this technique. You commit Suzuki. You can try and block this attack with the top card of discard pile. So if you don't want to really go down, you already know what you want to block with. So you can immediately just discard the card, draw a different card, commit him, and block. And now, hey, I didn't actually go anywhere with my hand size. I'm still back to where I was before. I did manage to block. I get to re-ready him, and now I can discard a new card and draw a card again. So that ability, he can ready himself after you take damage. So even if you fail to block, right, you can
Or half block.
Or half block. So he'll be very hard to kill, you would hope, or like just discards a lot of mid blocks, so you can just half block everything. Very Hood-esque vibes. Just to like filter through your hand, so you can block everything that you need to get ready for a crackback and going, cool, I now have filtered my hand down to the 4 attacks I need to kill you next turn. You'll spend your entire time doing that. Could be very good and sealed, depending on what you draw, I believe. get good block zones and good like cheap blocks, and you should be good to go with him.
So I
Perfect
assume
segue into why these cards are on the screen.
I assume it has nothing to do with words, and it has to do with the numbers in the top right-hand corner.
It sure does. These are 0 block mods on good zones.
What happens if I go to the next slide? Oh, well, I mean,
These cards
Those-
are actually kind of reasonable.
Okay, one of these replaces it, gets me an extra card at a farm flip cost without committing, and that's pretty good.
draw a card.
Hey, this works with our
Actually-
character, so
Yeah, Glimpses of the Past is a cool thing where you can like pitch a card with a bad block mod, draw a new card, commit this to give your opponent's attack minus a bunch of speed. Cool idea with his like cycle theme.
That's very
Um,
cool.
I'm gonna be honest, like I don't when I was putting these slides together or this kit together, I don't think this character's very good in sealed. He doesn't do anything.
I think he'll be mid tier in sealed. He might be very good if people are like good at sculpting their hand. If they take that commit cost and going, I'm willing to go down this far. I'm willing to go down to 10 by half blocking everything. Hopefully they've committed out, and then I get to like have my sculpted hand, right?
Yeah,
if someone told me Tim Keefe won a release event with this character, I would not be surprised.
Sure, but would Tim Keefe have won that release event with like any character?
I don't know, maybe. Zach,
I
he
don't know.
draws
This
all
character
the
might be
cards.
Yeah, we love drawing cards. That's just all he does. And I want my 6 hand size character to do something other than that.
Unless you
In
get
sealed. In constructed,
Yeah.
In constructed, this guy's got some schmoves. But in sealed, I think it's just a little bland for my taste.
I think if you since I'm assuming we get to pick our character, you probably won't pick this character. If it had a character in every single pack like it should, and you go, I don't like these other characters I got, but I got
Mhm.
Suzuki, I would probably pick Suzuki, right? He'd be my like default. I don't know what I want to do, but I would pick Suzuki.
He's definitely
Yeah,
vanilla
that
ice cream.
seems fair.
Yeah.
We are also going to run into the assumption that it's still like you pick what's in your pack, not like anything extra right now. Just
There
in
is
case.
well, we do know there is the character printing problems in these packs.
Yes, but
Yeah.
I think it doesn't.
It's fine.
Quick aside, I think the bonus promo is like the last set.
It's
where it's a
Urameshi
character.
Perseverance.
No,
I believe-
no,
No, is it not?
it is not. So, all right, quick pause to step away for a minute. The retailer FAQ, you can go on the website and look up for yourself, so it's not secret information. Says that the kit comes with 16 player kits and 16 Urameshi Perseverance promo cards that you hand out to people playing in the tournament. The kits themselves come with 6 boosters and a premium card. We are assuming that the premium card is going to be a character XR, just like the last set, because it
It's
is for
actually
sealed.
retro cards.
Ooh, yes, please,
Can't wait.
yes, thank you.
You win on your extra premiere card. It's a spirit shotgun.
Whoa. But in the thing, it does say that players can use their promo card that they were handed and their bonus promo in their sealed pool. So I don't think it is Urameshi's Perseverance. I think it's probably an XR character, which is probably why they say, hey, character in your sealed pool, period. But that's a quick aside. That's my thoughts on it. Blah, blah, blah. We can continue on, too. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Something doesn't seem right here. These are character cards.
I believe the point of these cards are
Buddy
for blocking.
blocks! They have 0 mid blocks. You take them, they're 6 checks, you discard them and go, alright, I'll block.
You do get to do the funniest thing with this character and play the one Elder Toguro Foundation to mill 1 and find a different block if you don't like it.
Oh, it's true. That should have been in this kit. That actually should have been in this kit.
Also, you're still muted, Zach.
He knows. He's like, I don't want to talk.
I didn't cook quite that hard. Josh went a little deeper in the frying or the oven than I did.
It's
Listen,
cool.
As we know, there's two things I love. It's drawing cards and milling myself. It's like drawing cards, and in Suzuki, it is drawing a card.
It is technically like drawing a card. You are correct. Oh, man. All right. So that leads into Team Urameshi, the good guys. Right? Right?
Yeah, they're good guys. Yep,
All right.
they are good guys. They're our
Whole-
protagonists, at least.
There you go. Protagonist with Genkai, who Zach just read for the first time today.
Not true. I just didn't realize that the top enhance was this attack and not your attack.
All right, Genkai is a 6-hit, 27 health character with Enhance. If this attack deals damage, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's an attack, add it to your hand. Nice. Enhance, discard
I have to
one
go on
card. What? What?
I've cooked too hard. Finished explaining. I've cooked
Oh.
too hard.
Okay. Enhance, discard one card. This attack gets plus X or minus X damage to a minimum of 1. X equals the block modifier of the discarded card. What have you cooked?
My brain went, thank God you can't do enhances when in a triple threat between the two players. So a Genkai can just sit there going, if this deals damage,
All right, so, what's the problem, Zach?
I don't know, man. I don't know why Tornado charges on this slide.
It's me, Future Jacob again. Maybe it should have been post-production Jacob. Anyway, Zach and I talked about this afterwards, and we could not figure out what he was trying to cook here. So we went back in the kitchen again, and we came up with Aura Slam. Aura Slam is good as a representation of just any throw you can do with Genkai, because Genkai, basically, if your attack deals damage, or if this attack deals damage, you reveal the top card of your deck. If it's an attack, add it to your hand. So Aura Slam's a throw. It's gonna deal damage unless there's throw hate, but we don't worry about that. It's also got a +3 block mod, so you can use it for the other enhance as well. But going back on Aura Slam itself, it creates a really nice threat of, hey, I'm going to get another foundation if you block this, and potentially another attack. Or I'm going to show that it's a foundation so I can continue attacking you. Aura Slam is super good in Genkai on the sealed, in sealed, for sure.
While you look at that, we're going to look at Bending Blade, which is such a cool card. It's a 5 difficulty, mid 5 for 6 damage. Enhance, if you have not dealt damage this turn, change the zone of this attack. So cool. And it cannot be partially blocked, so they have to full block it. Zone check your opponent.
Yeah. Yeah,
Verlander in the chat.
Can't partial zone check your
Yes.
opponent.
I got nothing.
Bending Blade was supposed to be here. This card's cooler than her.
Okay.
Yeah, I think like using Bending Blade to set up your next move that you're gonna discard a card to give it a bunch of damage, I think is very good.
Yep.
A very cool idea.
On to her next cards, which are Foundations. Master of 1,000 Faces, 1 difficulty, +2 low block. Flip. If either player has discarded a card from their hand this combat phase, this ranged attack gets +2 or -2 damage.
It's a little situational, right? We're ranged locked, but you're going to have discarded a card during the combat phase if you need to. This is like just some additional damage reduction, albeit situational.
It also has the magic words that aren't there of -1. So if you do get to go Genkai, discard a card, get it down to 1, and then flip for -2, and it may get to go down to 0 to like -1.
Yep, no minimums here. Which I assume is the reason why we have Toughest Punk in junior high here as well. Just to mitigate damage.
Yep. Yeah. We hate taking damage.
2 things you
Yeah.
know about us.
It is the
We
draw
like to,
cards.
and we don't like taking a
No
bunch
damage.
of damage.
Yeah, I think these are good recommendations if you're going to play Genkai. It'll help kind of taper down some of the big attacks that might be coming through. There's a lot of like big attacks. There's a lot of DR also in this set. It seems from just looking through everything. So it'll be good to like
So
bring a
much.
couple things just to be like, oh hey, this will be good to like. I don't want to take this. Like I'm not going to give up a card, but I'll use some I'll use some other resources, which is very good for set design.
Yeah.
Yep.
But wait, there's
a lot
more.
of ranged cards. There's a lot of ranged cards that are really good. A lot of rares and ultra rares are ranged, so that comes into play.
I've noticed something. These have +4 on the block mods.
And these cards have dog shit block modifiers, but that means you don't have to take any damage, or you have to take 1 damage. But
just one.
that lets you
Hey,
draw a card. So
This other one says it's a 0.
It's true.
Body memorization might be cool against all these double fists coming your way because that's an uncommon.
yeah,
Ah, yes. There we go.
Yeah, it's good echo
Yeah.
tech. I think this card is going to be. I think body memorization is going to be all over sideboards and constructed for non wild pussycat
yeah.
symbols.
Yep.
But in this character, if you have it on your board, they can't echo you productively, and if you have it in your hand, they can't attack you productively with kind of poke moves. Set the Record Straight is also decent on board if you're willing to discard 2 cards. You can give it like minus a lot of damage, even though it's still minimum 1.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But 1 damage throw is a lot better than a 7 damage throw that you blocked, right? Like they still
Yeah, 1
they're gonna
damage
get the momentum. They're gonna get the
Yeah,
momentum.
1 damage
anyways,
throw
but-
that it also might draw you a card because it dealt 1.
Yep. Moving on to the next team Urameshi, Hiei, Dragon Within. Where's Andrew Holder?
So he probably left because I didn't apologize to him.
Well, I did just see the number go down from like 12 to 10, so he may have actually just left when he came up.
He saw Hiei's win.
I can't bear to.
No, I can't.
Yeah, Hiei is a 629. He has enhanced tenacious, lose 1 health. This attack gets +1 speed or -2 speed. He has response commit after your rival plays a block. Seal it, discard it. Return this attack to its printed speed and damage. They may try to block this attack a second time. If you're a rules lawyer, you will note this doesn't work. But it will, because the rules will change. Or this card will change, and it will work.
Hey, man, just
The words I was told, it will work the way it will work.
it
will work.
Hey,
It'll just work.
listen. If you were ever a Yu-Gi-Oh player, what was it called? BKSS. Because Konami said so. We're just out here, BUSS. Bus. Because UPS Games said so.
Yeah. So going on to these attacks, we've seen these 2 attacks before. They're very good. They're big. They're going to be very passive blow. Just need speed, and we probably get to use the enhance on it for powerful. So it gets to be fast and big, and and resource denial. So that's very good for Hiei. If they try and block it, you get to say, hey, it's still for 8. Like that's pretty good. Like making it a 4 high into whatever, or just making it back to a 3 high again. That's still pretty good to try and block.
Yep. The kind of my idea with this character's kit for sealed is I want moves that are just lethal by themselves some percentage of the time, right? If they don't have 2 high blocks in and you play a massive blow and they're at 8, they will die. Right. Same with Bending Blade. Bending Blade sets up for your next attack because they can't partial it, so they have to have 2 of the same block. You followed up with a 3rd one. Very cool idea. If they're at 6, they might just die because they can't partial it.
I guess I have one rules
checking.
question. Does the zone count as speed?
No.
Okay.
It would
What?
say printed zone.
Okay. I just want to make sure that Bending Blade does not get returned to back to being a mid.
No.
when it's returned back to pay speed. All right.
Ah,
It'd be very funny if it did.
There's sort of the same idea with these cards. They are big.
They're just big.
they are big, and stun
And you-
2.
You probably draw a card off Finger Daggers.
Yep. Well, that was simple.
Like 2 for 1 on one card is like always A+ in books.
Yeah, resting up, I really like it as character because your character is going to be committed on your opponent's turn. So you just get to give -5 speed to one move. And if it's the one that's going to kill you, that's very good.
True. Alrighty. And Kurama from Team Urameshi, a 7 hand size, 20 health character. Response: commit. Remove a character card from your stage. After your rival plays an attack or action, discard it from their card pool and cancels effects. Enhance. Your attack. Your rival adds the top card of their deck to their card pool face down. Now I know what you're thinking. There's nothing next to this character. That's because you should only play this character in sealed if you have multiples of them.
Yeah, if you open 4+ of this character, very good.
I need sealed to be like you can play any character. You can add any character to stage, and then we're good. Then you can play this character.
Oh no, that'd be awful. That's it.
I mean, all these other ones are on 6s, so who cares, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I these characters cracked in half if you open 4 of them. But
honestly, even if you get 1 or 2, I think it's pretty good. 1 or 2 extras, I should say.
Yeah, if you have 3 total copies, I think I'm down to play this character. I think if you only have 2 total copies, I'm probably not down.
If I get 2 Kuramas, I'm probably playing Suzuki, right? Well, like, all right, so it depends on. So if you either pick your character from a list, right, or you have to play a sealed, or you have to play your sealed, right? If you pull 2 Kuramas and you get to pick your character, you get to run those 2 Kuramas, right?
Yeah, so that's like a draft thing, I think. They probably need to clarify this before Vegas, but the way that the draft sounds, for draft, at the end of the draft, you pick a character that you want to play. If you've opened 2 Kuramas, you get to go pick a 3rd Kurama as your character, shove these 2 in your deck, and now you've got a playable character. If that is the case for sealed, he could be good. You get 6 packs, maybe you get 2 of them, maybe you get 3 of them. Probably not, but maybe.
Yeah. So food for thought.
Yeah.
You don't really need a lot, right? If you open 3 or 4 of them, he's just good.
Yeah. Wait, quick aside too. If you pull a Kurama and you pull his secret rare, maybe also just worth playing. Just saying. But that's not what we're here for. We're not talking about the expensive cards. We're talking about the ones you'll see the most. Speaking of seeing the most, I think you're going to see a lot of Kuwabara in sealed.
Probably.
Yeah. This character's probably very good in sealed.
Kuwabara is
a lot of
a
health to get through.
5 hand size, 33 health total character with response. After your non-throw attack deals damage, you build a foundation from your discard pile that shares 2 or more symbols with this character. Not so great in sealed, but enhance, commit a foundation. This attack gets -1 damage. You can use this as many times as you want during the enhance step. And enhance, if you have 15 or less health, your attacks get +3 damage. I think he's cool. I think he's actually going to be really decent in sealed, despite his restriction with his response.
So yeah, if you decide to play Kuwabara, you're playing him for the damage reduction, effectively. You're like, I don't want to take any of these damage. He doesn't have a minimum. He does not have a minimum. So if you're counting on, like, you build to 10, you build to whatever, your opponent tries to poke in, you're like, I'm not going to deal with this first one. I'm not going to deal with the second one. Have a 3rd attack, right? That's what he's going for.
You may have misread this character. Hey man, I think, while I agree with Josh, being able to get yourself down to a very low health total and then being able to keep yourself not from dying is very
Right.
good, especially with these two cards in particular. You get yourself to that 15, or maybe get yourself down to that 10 health for Sword of Darkness and Flame. Keep yourself there. Never escape. Never
Yeah.
go lower.
Absolutely. I think that's going to be like the sealed plan is either just DR everything down, block what you need to, and then control your health total from there. But that point, like taking 18 damage is still a lot of damage to like just take without any input from your own end, right?
Yep.
So it's like 3 or 4 attacks that have to deal that much. If you go, this one's for 2, this one's for 2, this one's for 1, whatever, right? Then you just burn the rest of the way down, so it gets active on your turn. Then that's a very good plan.
And that's also part of the strat too, is that I want to see what's on this next slide before I say what I want to say. Cool. Because you can then just keep building. You build a few, block, DR, don't get hit for very much. Build a few, block, DR, don't get hit for much. And you just keep building up your stage because, hey, there's really not that much deadlock in this set. There's like 1 or 2, maybe?
One deadlock.
One deadlock.
One.
And it's a rare, but it's in the reprint slot from retro, or from non-retro. So who knows? You may never even see it. So
if you get hit with it, that's on you, I guess. You were the unluckiest person alive for that tournament.
yeah.
There are 3
There's
deadlock
3? Okay.
cards.
Oh, it's 3.
Or strike.
Sorry, there are 2 deadlock cards.
Byaku.
Shotgun.
Oh, Spirit Shotgun has deadlock on it. Okay.
Destroy 3 rifle foundations.
Fair. But in that same like thought with Kuwabara, Frightening Calm is really cool. I have a committed foundation that I committed. I'll destroy it. My attack game stun 1. Hey, it dealt damage. Sick. I'll build that foundation I built or destroyed because it's going to share 2 symbols. Because that's what you're going to destroy with this card. And then Childlike Appearance just makes things easier to block, I think.
Yeah, so you'll want to pick up a couple of his foundations that share 2, so whether it's Fire and Earth, which would be a lot of the Chew cards, or Good and Earth, and I don't know who that is off the top of my head.
We have the technology. We can figure that out. But we can figure that out later.
Yeah. But when you're going through your sealed, look at your cards, find a couple that match him, and you can put those in.
Yeah. We only got 1 card on the slide that I cooked too hard on. Hey, man. Hey. You toasted your bread for the PB&J. That's all I'm saying. But wait. There's still more slides, Zach. Toughest Spunk in Junior High. Easy. There you go. It shares 2 symbols. That one's super simple. DR. Enhance Destroy, discard a card. Your attack gets +3 speed, +3 damage. Why
I
that
thought
one?
you could rebuild this one.
We found it.
The part about I don't know how many things have 2 of his symbols on it comes up immediately.
I just want to point out to Fidu in the chat. This is near the end, so I don't know. We're just gonna go to Yusuke now.
Hey, I think
Y'all do Yusuke. I'm looking for
characters cards all work.
y'all keep looking for things. I'm gonna double check on some Kuwabara symbols, see if it actually ever works on anything besides Kuwabara cards.
Yusuke team leader, pro tag stats, 7 hand size, 22 health. E-commit, discard a card. You may try to play 1 card with the word spirit in its name from your discard pile as your next card this turn. Remove it when it leaves your card pool. Also, enhance tenacious while it's committed. Playable while committed. If this attack shares at least 2 symbols with your character, it gets +1/+1. You play Yusuke if you open Spirit Gun. Hey.
We checked them. I'm fairly confident we checked these cards.
Hey. I'm gonna take control of the Yusuke section, okay? You just play things with spirit in the name. That's all that it should tell you. If you open a lot of spirits in the name and you have a Yusuke, play it. If you open Spirit Shotgun and that's the only spirit card that you pulled and you pulled a Yusuke, you play it. Did you pull Spirit Gun? You pulled Yusuke? No other spirit cards? Who cares? Play it. You'll get it in the discard eventually.
All right,
Under
I'll come back
what
with Kuwabara information.
All right. What's the secret Kuwabara tech?
The secret Kuwabara tech is that you get to play your provided free card from your pre-release kit that you've been given at the beginning of the tournament.
Team Urameshi.
You get to use
Urameshi Perseverance.
Everything else is Byakko cards and retro Kuwabara cards.
Nice. Nice. That's it. We're done with Yusuke, right? Yeah. Now we're on to the other side of this thing.
Wait, really? I thought there were other Yusuke cards. I thought I put other ones on the thing.
No, you didn't. Because all you care about are spirit cards.
Imagine having your homework thrown in the trash.
Imagine...
I sure did only put 3 cards on the Yusuke slide.
Got him. All right, we're in the home stretch, boys. Now we're at the always play these section. Always play these attacks. Notice they're all ultra rares. Play them.
Not all of them.
All the ones on screen are.
I think there's one that's not an ultra rare.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Uncommon.
There's an uncommon too.
Nope, it's a rare.
Haha.
I would like to argue Ice Sword Execution. This card is not an always play, I think. I guess it like commits one thing. Like, it's going to commit one thing. It's a stun 1, right?
So it's a
Maybe.
5 low. It's a 5 high for 10.
Yeah. It is
If
good
you have
stat.
I think this card is just like super well statted
Who?
and gets big.
Ice Sword Execution.
Oh.
The Toya Ultra Rare.
Okay, this one just says
I
commit all those
could be
cards.
convinced and I could be wrong. And I would lean towards I'm wrong. But like looking at this card in sealed and what you want to do with it constructed, my brain goes, they might have an extra copy of a thing. This is a very large set. So at its worst, it might be stun 1.
It's so if you have a momentum, which is like probably going to happen. A lot of these characters either steal momentum or just throw throws. Like there's a lot of throws at the common and uncommon slots. You stun 1, freeze that one, and it's a 5 high 10. Right? That's just a good rate. It's an ultra rare, so you're not going to see it a lot, but it's just rated insanely well.
Yeah, it's fine. But you always play these cards. Now, I know what you're thinking. Ice Sword's there a second time. Shut up. I didn't want to break the ultra rare card motif. You always play 100% power. You always play double Spirit Blast. Because you know what that does? Makes your opponent harder to block, and then you get to do it again with Echo.
Yeah, these cards are both very good. I think Double Spirit Blast is sick. 100% power if they like have a defensive character, right? So,
Man, Kuwabara.
No, Jin's playable
Jin
while
versus
committed.
Nation. Yep, Jin is playable while committed.
Oh, boo. Show 2 of them. Yeah, man.
No, not Suzuki. Elder Toguro.
Elder Toguro.
Yeah, they're basically always gonna have 6 foundations though. So this is a 5 low for 10.
Hey, you know what's really
With
cool about
EX3?
committing your opponent's character? That's one less thing they get to commit when they try to block your shit.
That's like stun 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think these are all pretty much always plays.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brody
So
has some good suggestions. Elder, Kuwabara.
You always
Hey man,
play
yeah.
Shotgun. You always play Mop Strike. Always. The joke was that I did have Fist of the Immortal Flames on here, and then I thought I got rid of it because I really wanted to do that. Mop Strike,
What, Mop
so
Strike?
good.
You could just add all 3.
Yeah, I just for some reason really
but
liked doing this.
Mop Strike is also good. Like you should also just always play Mop Strike if you see it. It's just a generically good card. It always lets
Yeah.
you draw a card. It lets you go up 2 cards effectively.
And Shotgun has Deadlock on it.
Yeah. We just sent 3 of them to hell.
And your opponent, probably.
Yeah.
They're just gonna die. Here.
Shot-
They probably
Retro
just
Yusuke?
die.
Alright, so this is where we peel back. And we talked about doing the retro characters, and we thought, no. Sounds bad. You're not going to pull them in your seal pull anyway. And if the rule is that you get to pick a character, you can't pick those characters anyway, because they're not in the main set. Because that's what the draft rules are.
Yeah. Retro Yusuke is probably just good, and he probably just plays all the same cards that Yusuke does.
Hey man,
Play the spirit ones.
you see this? See this? See this? We could just replace Team Leader with Retro Yusuke. And be fine. But also, like,
Yep, sounds good.
probably something cool. Always play these foundations. Photons coaching, flip. Both players discard, draw 1. Fantastic.
Hey, protecting Yukina is great. Throw hate will be very prevalent because there's a lot of big throws in this set.
Very relevant and sealed. Settling old debts.
Yeah.
Flip. If each player has 6 or more foundations in their stage, draw a card. We like
They
to
will.
draw cards.
You'll have
and
6 you'll both have 6 foundations.
they're always
Settling
play
old debts is so good.
cards. Hey, look, Childlike Appearance is back again because it's so good.
Icy Blade is very good. It's possibly a free damage.
Yeah, Icy Blade is actually nutty. I didn't realize how just good this card is.
I mean, it's good.
It
You
also
just go. Nah.
it also randomly has cancel as a flip ability. It's got a decent block. This card's crazy. Shinobi Prodigy. If you block a thing, block the next thing too. Love to see it. We love playing defense in our set with a bunch of 7-handers. Yeah.
Always draw cards. That's why
Why
settling
is
bets is
Settling Gold Debts back?
because we want to draw cards, Zachary. Why do you think we're playing the
yeah.
expertise to draw cards? Also, toughest punk in
I
junior
think he
high.
didn't want to mess up I think he just didn't want to mess up the formatting of the slides.
But
I
there's
also
like at least one more card.
oh, is there?
There's at least 3. There's at least 3 more cards.
Oh,
No, there's at least 6 more cards.
oh look, Power of Serpent Yo-Yos. Your attack gets +1 speed. It's got a shared symbols to your character, but it's free speed and enhanced flip. If it has they have no ready foundations, your next check gets to +1, so you could kill them.
Yep.
And then there's breaking,
Breaking
the
the
cuffs.
cuffs. Breaking the cuffs also kills them.
It just
Yep.
kills them.
Beautiful Suzuki is latent skill at a commit cost, and it's repeatable. So
And
Yep.
it's much. This doesn't matter for sealed, but in constructed, it's much less likely to get canceled than latent skill was
mhm.
because it is not an enhance ability.
True.
It's also not
And-
discard 2 cards for cost.
Also true.
True.
And if you play Suzuki, you could just, get speed for free.
Yeah, we didn't put we didn't put the cards in the character's kit in their slide. Having 3 of this card is what would make me play Suzuki.
Yeah, that's fair. So
Tenacious
because
Third on everything.
the idea was that like these are the cards that don't have your face on them that you look at and go, that would make me play that card. All right,
Yeah.
here's where I went off script.
You've
Always.
always been off script, then.
Okay, fair. All right. You know what? I admit, I may not understand how to read. Sure. Anyway, Power of Love. We're committing to seal a thing. Death, Evil, or Void Foundation, Do you have any good Death Evil Void Foundations that everyone is going to be playing in Sealed? Seal
It's
it.
like it's half the set or something.
Yeah. Seal it. This was not on your original list, Zach.
That's fair. Card's good. I just don't like. I don't know that I would literally always play it, but it's good. Yeah,
It's your rare. You're always playing it.
Maybe you're always playing it. I might cut it.
If I'm running too many 2-checks, I'll probably cut it.
If I already have too many 3 diffs, I'll cut it.
Then we have Fearsome Transformations. Flip, draw a card. If you have no momentum, discard a card. That was in your slide.
Yeah, this card's good.
Yeah, I like this
Card's
card.
good.
Yes, I know Fearsome's the best card in this slide. And then Master will win. Flip, after you play an attack, if it's the only attack in your card pool, it gets +3 damage. Damage.
Yeah, your first one just gets 3.
Yeah, your first one or your Echo one gets 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Those are the 2
Um,
additions I made. Honestly, I made 2 additions to make the formatting work. But
Yep.
we're always
There was a
playing these
page 3
cards.
pages ago that needed a slot.
These 3 cards, though,
These 3 pages are these 3 ones are very good.
these are the reasons that Jacob wants you to play a Power of Love.
Hey, it's almost like I did it on purpose. No, I didn't.
These 3 cards are all very
I
good.
love brute strength.
Yeah, Immortal
Love Brute Strength, no
Shapeshifter.
matter how many different cards I have to play to get it.
Immortal
I'll
Shapeshifter
play
is
brute
kind of
strength
messed
on a
up.
2 and then brute strength on a 2, and that sounds perfect.
If you pull Immortal
Um,
Shapeshifter in this sealed, you play that because you're just never gonna die.
Yeah, I also think like Deadly Ruthlessness is a card that like I don't know how high people are on, but Josh and I talked a little bit about it yesterday. I think like the check of 4 is pretty like inconsequential. You're gonna get it like 2/3 of the time without having to commit anything. In sealed, maybe it's only like maybe it's a little less than that, depending on
You
your
might-
ratios.
Yeah, you might destroy like a face down that's already committed, or like you might pay with a face down that you don't need anymore, and you might destroy it
Yeah.
for a different cost.
Yeah. And then it's just like it's just more damage.
Yeah, and you do have to kill people in sealed like eventually, so it's free damage every once in a while, and that might just get you there.
And then speaking
Yeah.
of damage,
And,
paying the cost, lose a health, +1 damage.
yeah, Brute Strength. Brute Strength, good card.
Yep.
We like this one. It's a 4
Sucks
check,
it's
but
a
like who
4 check.
cares?
Wait.
It's like a bad it's bad everywhere, not in the stage, right? It's a 3 mid block, it's a 4 check. But once you put it in your stage, you're gonna kill them.
That's right. All right. I wonder if was this the last slide?
You got like 3 more. It looks like.
Do I have 3 more? No. Any questions?
Is
This is
Yusuke as
Leslie's.
pumpkins?
This is Leslie's fault.
Yusuke
Yeah.
as pumpkins.
Cat. Is there any what is this image? Is there anything
you not
that
see
you
it?
think we missed?
He's part of it.
This image is cursed.
It is very bad. I hate this. I hate looking at it. Can we like open the floor for questions and just skip to the last bit? Or like put a filler image over Yusuke as pumpkins.
Hate to disappoint Josh, but it's here. That's right, a sticker reveal. Whoa. For those who don't know, I make a bunch of random sticker designs, and generally I just give them out for free. So, if you like this very, very cursed Yusuke S. Pumpkins sticker design, yes, that's the final design, let me know somehow. Comments, I don't care. I might still print it anyway. How am I giving it out? I don't know. But boy, did I spend more than 30 minutes on this. And with that, that's going to be the end of our Dark Tournament sealed prep course for those release events happening this weekend, starting February 23rd. If you like this content, go ahead and like, subscribe, all that fun algorithm stuff. And most importantly, let us know if you like this content, if you want to see more content like this from us. if you want this super awesome, sick, and cursed Yusuke S pumpkin sticker, all that stuff, or whatever. I hope you guys have a good one. Thank you for watching.